know that Uganda Cranes is back in action. Not the Chan Ugandan Cranes, but the Ugandan Cranes that obviously goes ahead to obviously do the needful in as far as the Uganda Cranes in as far as the senior national team is concerned. Because for this, Uganda is not excluding any of its players. You know, the Chan tournament that was really played in Kampala, Uganda, you know what really happened? Only players that really played abroad really came up to feature into this particular competition. But here, we also have those players that really feature from abroad and really play outside the side of Uganda. And obviously Uganda has gone ahead to obviously name its starting 11 in there for you, and allow me to take this opportunity to obviously float you the starting 11 for the Uganda Cranes in here onto our beautiful channel. And Onyango has been dropped. I repeat it, Onyango has been dropped. By the way, everyone thought that Onyango was obviously going to be into the stitches after being called back at the national team and obviously ironing out his differences with the FIFA president, that is Magoola, but it's not all that as planned. Onyango is not part of the starting 11. Is not part of the starting 11 for the Uganda Cranes this time around. And guess who has gone ahead obviously make it to the starting 11? It's Salim Omar Magoola. That is it. Elvis Bomono, Abdul Aziz Kahyondo, Elioka Prodos, John Obita, Kenneth Semakula, Khalid Awucho, Alan Okello, Jude Semugabi, Stephen Mukwala, and Rogers Mato. That is the starting 11 for the Uganda Cranes, and that's the team that coach Paul Put has obviously gone ahead, obviously line up, obviously come up and really take on a team known as Mozambique in there for you. The bench of the Uganda Cranes has the following players. On the bench of the Uganda Cranes, we do have Joel Mutakuwa, Gavin Chizito, Rogers Torach, Toby Sibik, Herbert Achai, Uche Apezu, Travis Mutiaba, Joseph Mpande, Ronald Sechiganda, Patrick Kakande, Dennis Onyango, Abdallah Karim Watambala. That is the bench of the Uganda Cranes. And when you look at the team, you'll be asking yourself, how do you think Uganda Cranes is obviously going to be lining up as far as all this is really concerned? When you look at that and those players, or that cast of players that the coach Paul Put has obviously gone ahead to put out, you understand that we're obviously going to be playing a system of 4-2-3-1, all 4-3-3. And guess who is obviously going to be into the stitches? It's Salim Omar Magoola, who is obviously going to be played as the goalkeeper. Then Elvis Bomono is going to be played as the right back. Then Abdul Aziz Kahyondo is going to be played as the left back. Erioka Prodosi and John Obita are going to be played into the midfield, in the central defense. Then Semakula, Kenneth, he was playing at AC Villa and went ahead and obviously got a club in the Arab world in Africa, that is North Africa. Khalid Awucho and Alan Okello are going to be playing the midfield three. And in that midfield three, you obviously expect Khalid Awucho to be playing at the best of the midfield, or the young man, or the CDM, or number 6. Then Kenneth Semakula will be partnering with him in the double pivot, because Kenneth Semakula is really a versatile player. We've gone ahead to see him really do the needful and really put in a very huge shift when it has always gone ahead to be called in for, as the team of the national team is really doing the needful and really kicking the ball to see to it that all really goes on well as planned. So that is Kenneth Semakula for you. Alan Okello is going to be played as a central attacking midfielder. He's really having one of the best seasons of his life. When he looked in the league, he was really flourishing. Chan, he flourished. And in this World Cup qualifier tournament, this is where he needs to obviously come up and really put in a very huge shift that everyone really thinks he's supposed to be at. He's really one of those players that you look at and really understand that he's really doing wonders into the mix. Now, left forward, Obviously, that is Rogers Mato, right? Left forward, it's going to be Stephen Mukwala Deshe, and Jude Mugabe will lead the line for the Uganda Cranes in there for you. So that is the team for the Uganda Cranes. When you look at the bench of the Uganda Cranes, you anticipate that the following players might obviously have part to play. Travis Mutiaba obviously will have part to play to come in through and will represent for the fullest for this national team as far as the side of the Uganda Cranes is really concerned. And Travis Mutiaba is really one of those that can come in through in the position of Alan Okello. I see here the players are obviously getting onto the pitch, and anytime from now the game of football is obviously going to be really kickstarting down at Nambole Stadium in there for you. Then Ronald Sechiganda at a certain point X, maybe Bevis Bomhono will obviously be taken off, and Semakula will drop back into the right back position. Then Ronald Sechiganda will come in through and obviously do the needful and really play part into that particular position. Then I expect this Uche, the Nigerian who has roots in Uganda because her mother, or his mother, is from Uganda, will also have to come in through and obviously lead that line. I know Jude Mugabe won't really play a full 90 minutes, but I know he'll obviously put in like 60 minutes, and then Uche will come in through and obviously feature into that game. Patrick Kakande has a chance to represent to the fullest to see to it that all really goes on well as planned. So that is all about the side of Uganda Cranes, you understand, and how we anticipate them to obviously coming through and really put in a very huge shift as they take on the Uganda Cranes in there for you. And obviously Uganda is really looking up to really beating Mozambique into this competition, because Uganda Cranes has a chance to obviously dislodge this Mozambique side, if you've been following up on everything very, very well. When you look at the stats and how the table is obviously looking in through the table where we are, or the group where we are, it's group, we are placed in group G, and Algeria is topping group G. 7 games played, they're really having 18 points. Mozambique has played 6 games, they're really having 12 points. Guinea, 7 games played, they're really having 10. Botswana is having 7 games, they're really having 9 points. Uganda is 5th, 6 games played, and we're having 9 points. What does it mean for the country of Uganda? It means that if Uganda Cranes goes ahead and obviously puts in a very, very huge shift, you know, and they obviously represent to the fullest and represent to the fullest as the country and really beat Mozambique today, they'll obviously get into the second position with almost every team having played 7 games. You understand? And I think we obviously stand a very huge chance as the Uganda Cranes, because in this tournament, after us playing the side of Mozambique, I think we're obviously going to be taking on Somalia. And that means we can collect 6 points. You understand? And Somalia is going to be coming to Kampala, Uganda. That is on Monday. You understand? So if we collect 6 points from these 2 games that we'll be playing at Nambole Stadium, that means Uganda Cranes will obviously have how many points? 15 points. And we'll obviously be knowing that if Algeria beats Guinea, they'll be at 21 and Uganda will be at 15 points. What does that mean? It means that for the Uganda Cranes, they'll obviously have to play Botswana next, you know, and they'll play Botswana away. And if at all we win Botswana, we'll go to 18, and Algeria will play Algeria in there for you. You know, I think that will be one of the last games in there for the side of the Uganda Cranes. So I tell you, we have a chance to obviously still come out and really qualify, you know, and even go and really play in the World Cup. Though some people really see it as a myth, something that cannot really be touched. But I think it's really in one of the farthest distance for us to touch it. But one thing I know is that the Uganda Cranes can obviously come in through and really put in a very huge shift. For Rogers Mato, I know he's really very impactful in how we play. And one thing we want from Rogers Mato has always gone ahead to be his end product. He makes good runs. He risks himself out into good spaces. But the problem has always been the end product to his game has always gone ahead to be the problem. So as it stands, the side of Uganda needs these 3 points badly. I tell you, we need to obviously pack them into a bag and see to it that all goes on well as planned. Now, the game of football is obviously going to be starting in time from now, and here onto the Ugandan Saints will be returning with what we call the match reaction. And let's obviously go ahead and really watch that game. When it's done and dusted, we'll obviously come here and obviously let you know what went ahead to transpire down at the Nambole Stadium. Your predictions are really welcome in the comment section below, but my prediction is 2-0 for the Uganda Cranes. Kaprodosi, I know, is obviously going to be commanding that midfield. You understand? The stadium is not all that filled up, but I think we are really having some good number of people in